Fantastic occasion and a fantastic start. Two great teams facing each other here at yet another LMS game. Czech Republic batting first. The opener straight away finding the boundaries with ease. It's Czech Republic versus BMC Victorians. We welcome you all to the live coverage. Five for no loss. Oh, that is brutal. That is just clobbered. Niloy Ahsan Shohag. My question to you would be, what bat do you use? Could have hit a six with half the power he used there, but smashed it so hard and so high and so far away that they'll have to look for a new ball most probably. There is a delay in proceedings. First ball went for a boundary, the second ball went for a six. A wide to go with it. So overall 11 runs already. That strike would have faltered the confidence of the bowler here. Raihan bowls it outside off. Much better. You cannot bowl full and in the slot to Niloy. Akram Dewan Naeem will get his first strike. Straight back to the bowler. Raihan Kobir will feel much more comfortable against the left-handed Naeem. Naeem frustrated, not finding the gap. But an entertaining over to kickstart this match. Czech Republic 12 for no loss after one. Niloy on strike. Sajjad with his first over. Outside off, way outside off. And a wide to start it. The kind of batter that Niloy is, none of the bowlers would be interested to bowl within the stumps or in the slot. And the kind of pace that Sajjad has, he has to be very accurate. Maybe try to stretch Niloy to play square on the offside. The length would be important as well. Again, outside the off stump. 3 more runs to be added. Again, beats him outside off. Exactly the ball that he was trying to do since his first delivery. The first two were way outside. This time he could satisfy the umpire. So a dot ball. Was that an outside edge? Was that a stumping opportunity? Everything's happening over here. This is fantastic from Sajjad. Has some guile about him. Comes in, not the tallest of players. The release point and the pace that he's bowling at. All of this factor into that delivery that beat the batter outside the off stump. No one can beat that. That smashed once again. You might need a bag of balls at the moment. The way that he's striking it. Another ball that disappears into the greenery. These are not sixes. These are rocket launchers being launched. Niloy showing power that he has. A semi-new ball is brought in. Where will this ball go? Niloy looks in a very destructive mood at the moment. The bowler Sajjad has a big challenge in his hands. Still bowling over the wicket. Yes, the match ball is back. A couple of those balls. It took some time to try and find them. Is Niloy going to go for another one? No. Safe and sound. Goes for the single quickly. Runs for the second as well. Pressurizing the fielder. And a nicely taken couple of runs there. That will be as satisfying as hitting a six for both the batters. Naeem helping him out as well. Taking the first run very quickly. This is also turning out to be an expensive over. Already 10 runs from it. One more delivery remains. It's coming in around the wicket. New over begins. First ball nudged away for a single. Swept away. Aerial into the gap. Another boundary from the bat of none other than Niloy. He's finding those gaps with ease. Picked that ball up pretty much on length. And the sweep just bisected the two fielders in the deep. Bowled him! What an important wicket here for BMC Victorians. That is more than a moral victory for the bowler. Picked up the first, picked up the destructive Niloy, who was flying at the moment. 22 of 9, frustrated with his effort. But what a delivery to dislodge the batter. The off stump leans back. It was a perfect delivery from the off spinner. Did not turn. Niloy played for the turn, beaten outside off. The ball crashes into the stumps. 22. 23 for 1 at the moment. Raihan Kabir picked up his first wicket, was expensive in his first over. Niloy struck him for a six and a boundary, but in his second over, he takes his revenge. Shafiq Zaman, the new batter, within the stumps. There's sort of a mystery element about Raihan Kabir. Runs in, comes in with an off-spinner's grip, but sometimes the ball just skips straight. A very good option to have. Again, a straightish delivery within the stumps. Naeem safely plays that. That ends another over here after 3. Czech Republic 30 for 1. beaten outside off. Shafiq Zaman, he will have to be careful. Seemed like Czech Republic would be going to get that flying start that they wanted. It's been a good comeback from the BMC Victorians bowlers. There was some air movement outward and then the ball came back in after pitching, but the batter was mindful as well. Picks up a single. Shafiq Zaman on 2 of 3. Naeem on 1. Hasn't had a lot of strike. 17 balls bowled in this innings so far, and he faced just 4 coming in to open the innings. It was mostly Niloy who kicked things off for Czech Republic. That kept low. In the end, nicely negotiated by the batter. Sajjad receiving a lot of encouragement from his teammates. Again outside off. He loves that line. Keeps on teasing the batters. The length is just dragged a tad bit behind the half volley length. The batter feels he could go and drive, but just not finding it. Quicker this time. The call is for the throw to go at the keeper's end, but the batters decide to stay safe and sound and satisfied with just a single. Another over. Whizzes past Sajjad. Beautiful over from him. It's 33 for 1, Czech Republic. Raihan Kobir is back. Shafiq Zaman takes the first run quickly. Naeem sends him back though. No chance for a second. Stand and deliver. Again the call is for a couple. Naeem was interested. The throw was good from the fielder. Good cricket all around. A ball within the stumps. The drive that had timing. And a good fielding effort from the deep. Good judgment by the batters as well to stick to that single. Two very potent sides facing off. Gives us a feeling this could be a very close contest. Naeem is striking at 50 only. 3 of 6. Strikes that nicely. There is a fielder though. In the deep. Will just secure a single. This has been a very disciplined over so far. No boundaries from the last 10 balls. It's edged and taken. It took a feather touch off the bat of Shafiq Zaman, and the wicketkeeper intelligently picks that ball up. It was dying on him. Wasn't the easiest of catches to take, but he took it. Czech Republic lose their second. It's 37 for 2 after 5. And also time for change in the comm box. Alif Tasneem will be joining in.
Welcome back, everyone, and what a welcome you received. Another six straight down the ground, hitting the side screen to complete the seventh over. Tech Republic, they're on the floor. It's 58 for 2 after 7. Shanto with his second over. That was very close to stumps as well. $58 for 2, Czech Republic. Akram Dhawan Naeem has been the destroyer of this innings. Played exemplary well. Under edge could be deadly. Just a single for Mehdi Hassan. He's trying out too many things. I don't think there is any need for that, as Akram Dhawan Naeem is going great guns. He should be kept at the striking point as much as possible. Flighted. He goes straight. Once again, downtown for 6. It's raining sixes from the willow of Akram Dhawan Naeem. And he seems to be in a 6-inning mission right now here at Puberga Krida Shikha Pratishthan. Moves on to 28 from 15 deliveries only. As we're expecting that some more 6s and 4s are on the cards from his bat as well. A quick single directed could have been interesting, but there wasn't any directed. So another over comes to a close from Shanto after rated 66 for 2. Rakib Hussain has been introduced for the first time in this game. The right-arm tall fast bowler starts off with a slower delivery outside the off stump. Akram Dhawan Naeem tries to be circumspect. Doesn't go for a lofted shot, rather just pushes it and rotates the strike. Mehdi does come down the pitch. Oh, timing, my words! It was sweetly timed, as sweet as honey, that it races off. The fielder at long off, Pappu, tried his best. Then again, it was too fast to stop for him. One of the glorious shots of the day. A classy one from the bat of Mehdi Hassan. It was off the pads. The bowler got excited. It's 71 for 2, Czech Republic. All these live pictures are coming to you from Puberga Krida Shikha Pratishthan Ground 1. You're watching Boshundhara Sports City Last Man Stands Dhaka League. In the meantime, a quick couple between Akram Dhawan Naim and Mehdi Hassan. Both of them are looking quite settled. The running between the wickets has been really good. Rakib Hussain needs to try something out of the box. Has been doing the same thing again and again. 9 gone, 73 for 2, Czech Republic. So it's going to be Raji Nuruddin for the next over. Starts off with a wide delivery outside the off stump. He's a tall fast bowler. A genuine all-rounder for Czech Republic. Play and a miss. Akram Dhawan Naim once again was looking for a lofted shot straight down the ground. That's his go-to shot in this game. Once again he goes aerial in the air, fielder underneath, takes it easily, and that's the end of an explosive innings from Akram Dhawan Naim. He was eyeing for another 6, but on that mission he got caught at the edge of the boundary. As Czech Republic lose their third, it's 73 for 3 on the board. ZTX Ridoy is the new batter who comes at number 5. Wrapped on the pads. It was a vociferous appeal from the bowler Raji Nuruddin. He could have picked up his second wicket of the over. 10 gone, it's 73 for 3.
Czech Republic halfway there. 3 wickets down. Sort of a setback. We've seen quite a few magnificent shots, especially quite a few hit straight down the ground. But since they've been losing wickets, did not have sustained momentum. And at this rate, if they play out their 20 overs, would get close to 150. But looking at the kind of batting that they have, the kind of wicket that's in place, they'd like to score more than that. At least 160 to 70 could be something in the cards. But in order for that to happen, Hridoy and Mehdi Hassan will need to forge a partnership at the moment. Rakib Hussain with his second over. Straight away steps out. Was too wide, and an extra to be added to the scoreboard. Mehdi Hassan 11 of 11. Good length. Very good length from the bowler. Rakib Hussain again squares the batter up. The fielder at deep third was fine enough to cut that off. Cautious batting from Mehdi Hassan so far. Giving due respect to Rakib, who has found his line and length. Nicely bowled, but a brilliant drive through the covers. The fielder stops it from going towards the boundary ropes, but just a single. Could have been more proactive, both the batters. It was hit firmly in the gap. Just a little bit of intent could have maybe helped them. Single taken. In fact, it was a couple of runs in the previous delivery and then followed by a single. Hridoy 3 of 4. Mehdi Hassan 12 of 13. Has been a comparatively quiet over. Down the leg. Batter could have done better. They will snatch a single. It comes through a leg by. That is the end of the 11th over. 79 for 3, Czech Republic. Can't find the boundary ropes. But there is a desperate search. Czech Republic have moved on to 80 for 3. This is the 12th over. The bowler doesn't give a lot of pace on the ball, but the keeper standing far away from the stumps. Another single on offer, gladly taken by both batters. Mehdi Hassan taking his time. Scooped. Will the outfield support him? Yes, it will. The ball rolls over. Nicely struck. Cheeky from the batter. No fielder in and around the fine leg region. And he finds that gap with precision. Mehdi Hassan moves on to 17. Makes full use of the pace from the bowler. Rajiv Nuruddin has a couple of deliveries left in this. Beautiful. Struck with authority. A good fielding effort there. You'll have to give credit to the fielders as well. And the field placement. Direct hit from the bowler on the rebound, but the 2 runs were safely taken in the end. So far 8 runs from the over. Mehdi Hassan has played that cheeky scoop through fine leg. He's played that cover drive. What's coming up next? That is the question. A straight drive. Well timed. Out of the park. A 6 to end a very fruitful over for Tech Republic. After 12, it's 93 for 3. Bit of confusion from the 2 batters, but finally they complete those runs safely. Nicely played. We'll get a couple. They're finding the gaps, making use of the pace of the ball. Fast approaching the team 100 as well, Tech Republic. Mehdi Hassan on 27. Ridoy providing the support that he needs. Driven straight to the fielder. Rajibur Rahman trying to bowl it quick. Not looking for turn, not trying to give it some air. He's seen what both the batters can do if they can get to the pitch of the ball. Just trying to bowl as quick as possible, dart them in just like that. A useful over from him so far. Just the 4 runs from this particular over. Down the leg. Fumble from the keeper. They'll run for another run as well. So this has to be rebowled. This is the first wide of the over. Tech Republic on to 99 for 3. Played against the turn, but again finds the fielder. Mehdi Hassan not happy with that shot. The Team 100 comes up. Round of applause from the Czech Republic dugout. After 13, it's 100 for 3. Sajjad is back. His 3 overs went for 30. Tad bit expensive for his liking. Starts off with a wide once again, outside off. That actually has been his problem. Since his first over, he's bowled quite a few wides outside the off stump. Works it for another single there. Strike rotation. Important. Going for those big shots now and then is also important. Anywhere around 150 to 60 could be pretty much a competitive total in this ground. Bowled him. Goes for the big shot. Completely misses it. And Sajjad celebrates. Exactly the reason why he was brought back on. There was certainly a lack of pace in that delivery. The batter went for that wild hoik through the onside. And here's the sound of timber. So 102 for 4. Inzamam Haq comes into bat as we approach the business end of this innings. What would be the approach of the new batter? Still 3 more balls remain in this over. Sajjad picked up one already. Could they get one more? Wicket certainly halts the stem of runs, so the flow of runs. Inzamam taking his time though. Did not have the best of times with the bat yesterday. Could not get underneath the ball, but struck it well enough. Will just get a single. Slightly uppish, but safe enough. Not too many runs from this over. Into the final ball of his spell. Goes big. Sounded good. Very good. And he finds the fence. Inzamam picks up a 6 from the final delivery of the 14th over. Czech Republic 110 for 4. The left arm spinner is back. The call is for 2. They will get 2 quite easily in the end. Even the fielder running in from mid-wicket knew there was 2 on the cards. So almost allowed it. Took it slightly easy. The fielder at mid-wicket had to run a lot from the boundary ropes inwards. Tries to play it through the onside. Mehdi Hassan has a slight bias towards the onside, almost dragging that from outside the off stump. And that brings Inzamam back on strike. He hit a magnificent 6 in the previous over. He can go for those big shots. Rajibur Rahman will set his field to perfection, to his satisfaction, before he comes in for the next delivery. He is a thinking cricketer himself, and he knows where the strong zones of Inzamam could be. Bowled him! Taking time, pays off. Sets his field up, makes the batter wait, and then hits the bullseye. Inzamam went across the line, played all over that delivery. It was straight, it was accurate, and picks up Inzamam. Rajibur Rahman celebrates his first wicket. Czech Republic 113 for 5. In comes Taif Mahmood Pial. Right-handed bat. Rajibur Rahman upbeat. He understands that one more wicket can really peg Czech Republic back. Czech Republic played a game yesterday, failed to win that. Would definitely like to get out of that losing streak. This is an important match for both sides, especially for Czech Republic, who are under a bit of pressure. Shuffles across, brave enough to hit that. One bounce into the boundary ropes. Brilliant timing from Taif Mahmood Pial. Gets off the mark with a boundary. 117 for 5 now, Czech Republic. Hits it high. Catch it is the call. There is a fielder at long on. Takes it. Tumbles over. But it was safe and sound. And another batter has to depart. After 15, it's 117 for 6. Wickets falling in heaps. And time for a change in voices. Alif Tasnim will be joining you all soon.
Thank you so much, Ahmed bin Parvis. Czech Republic once again in action, but they haven't had a very good outing compared to yesterday. Yes, they lost the match, but they had a domination, almost chased a mammoth total. But they're struggling today against BMC Victorians. One of the most devastating batters, Inzamam Hawk, departed as the last batter, and this is the last partnership for Czech Republic as well. That's a big shot, heaved away, leg side, and that's gone for 6. Rehanuddin opens his account with a maximum. Well, it was Fuller, almost a half volley. Rehanuddin just bent his knees and belted it over cow corner for a 6. The score moves up to 124, and he comes down the pitch once again. Back-to-back 6s for Rehan. Raihan Kabir Mithu will be under the pump. It's 2-2, and he will be at the peak of his confidence. Well, a bowler like Mithu doesn't have enough pace to intimidate a batter like Rehanuddin, and he is absolutely seizing that opportunity. Well, the umpires are searching for a new bag of balls because so many 6s in this game has lost so many balls as well, and now the keeper is down to the stumps for preventing him going down the track. On the pads, clipped away, we'll be looking for a couple. Bit of yes and no, and then sent back wisely by Rehanuddin. Already 13 runs in this over, no point of taking unnecessary risk. A single to complete the 16th over, an auspicious one for Czech Republic. It's 131 for 6. Rajibur Rahman comes back. Doesn't start off well. It's down the leg. If the batter could get a bit of bat behind the ball, it would be a boundary for sure. There was no fielder in that zone at deep fine leg. Short, helped on its way, but straight to the fielder. You are watching Boshundhara Sports City Last Man Stands Dhaka League, powered by ACE and sponsored by T Sports. All these pictures are coming to you from Puberga Kriya Shikha Pratishthan Ground 1. LMS is a fast-paced amateur format of cricket which commenced back in 2005 in England. That's in the air. Fielder was in contention for a while, but that one landed short. And in the meantime, quick double from the batters. That's good running. The call was from Mehdi Hassan, and Rehanuddin responded really well. Mehdi Hassan has been the batter who carried Czech Republic through this innings. Was aggressive initially, but then molded himself so nicely. Rehan goes once again. Fielder closing in, but he drops it. Oh my goodness, what have you done? This could be the last wicket of the last partnership. It was a difficult ask for the fielder, but he should have taken it. The bowler is firmly disappointed. Goes hard once again. It's 138 for 6 Czech Republic, and they should be eyeing to score something around 160, which can be a good score in this track, considering this is the third game of the day. Goes down the pitch, hits it straight. One bounce into the fence. Rehanuddin is not gonna die wondering. The 17th over comes to a close with this boundary. After 17, it's 142 for 6. Rakib Hussain starts off. Mehdi Hassan inside edges it, but there's a fielder at deep fine leg, so he will cut this one off. Rehanuddin had a very good outing against Rakib Hussain previously, so he would love to take the charge on and hit him out of the park once again. Let's see how does Rakib deal with and what he brings on the table. Rehan goes straight down the ground. He loves that zone. We have seen Akram Dhawan Naim to go straight down the ground, and he's hit 3 sixes in that very zone. 4, I guess, not 3 if I'm not wrong. Wrapped on the pads, but that's a no ball. My words, what have you done, Rakib Hussain? At the death overs, you have bowled a no ball, which means there will be a free hit as well, which will give the batters a free license to hit the ball anywhere in the park. It's a blunder, which Rakib Hussain shouldn't have made, but it has happened. And it's Rehanuddin who will be on strike, the batter who is in an explosive mode. Let's see whether he can seize this opportunity. He tries to go straight down the ground, but not enough power behind that shot. Couldn't really bisect those two fielders from long on and long off. There's a single. Comes from the free hit delivery. Rakib Hussain has done well. He took the pace off. There was a roll of the fingers as well, perhaps, which is very difficult to say from this angle. That's in the gap. Will result in a boundary perhaps, but no, not enough support from the outfield. The fielder makes a bit of mistake too, which allows the batters to take that extra run, which makes it double in this delivery. So 6 runs from this Rakib Hussain over. Not a bad over, I must say, but he has to end it well, otherwise the last delivery can spoil the whole thing. Catch it is the shout, and the catch has been taken. There is an opportunity for double play as well, but I don't think that will take place. But Mehdi Hassan misses his half century. He was 5 shy of his 50, but has to depart scoring 45 from 35 deliveries. A responsible innings which carried his team through, but he has to perish. After 18, it's 149 for 7. So Rehanuddin is the last man standing. He looks to go for a big slog sweep, misses it completely. .22 from 9. He's batting on, and he should be looking to add some more runs for his team. He could have run for the second. That was hit in the gap, but he doesn't show any interest for taking that double. Just to remind you people that in last man stands, when the last man bats, he can only take double, hit 4s and 6s. No chance of taking singles. Thus Rehan can't take singles. He has to run for the double or hit boundaries. He's changing his bat perhaps. He will be looking for that bat. With that, he can hit some lusty blows. Some fireworks are on the cards perhaps if Rehan can go with the full flow. He goes down the pitch, gets it in the gap. Will it reach the fence? It does! It races off the boundary. And the change of bat has worked in favor of Rehanuddin, as 150 comes up on the board for Tech Republic. It's 153 for 7 at the penultimate over, and Rajibur Rahman concedes the boundary. Shuffles across, goes long, goes big. That's been disappeared. All the way for half a dozen. That's one of the go-to shots for Rehanuddin. He shuffles across, makes room, and then bludgeons it. And it wasn't a difficult shot against a delivery like this, which was tossed up, slightly turning away from the right-hander. Thus he made that room for playing that shot, and he belted it out of the ground. Tries to go again. Not the sweetest connection found. And he's not even enthusiastic about taking those doubles. He doesn't want to waste his energy, whether he's going to take runs with 6s or 4s or not. Over number 19 gone. 10 runs from this Rajibur Rahman over. After 19, it's 159 for 7. Rehan goes straight down the ground, fielder getting under it, and he takes the catch. That's the end of Rehanuddin and his explosive knock of 32 from 13 deliveries. In pursuit of another 6, he lost his wicket and he has to succumb. So 160 will be the target for BMC Victorians, who were the finalists of the cup final of LMS Dhaka League. Let's see whether they can chase it with authority or not. We will be right back with the run chase.
Welcoming you all back for the BMC Victorians run chase. The target is 160. Czech Republic versus BMC Victorians. The third match between the two sides. In fact, the third match of the day. This is the first over. Spin to kick off proceedings for Czech Republic. Mehdi Hassan, left arm spinner. Keeps a nice line and length. The batter leaves it. Still feels its early days. They do not need to take a lot of risks. Kind of wicket that's on offer. If the batters decide to stay for a bit, they might find their touch. And from then on, run scoring might be comparatively easy. Now both the batters off the mark, Jani Alam Johnny and Raihan Kobir. Raihan Kobir Mithu back on strike. Leaves it once again, paying due respect to the bowler. End of the first over. BMC Victorians 2 for no loss. Taif Mahmood Pial will be coming in for the second over. Has a slight discussion with the keeper. Of course, they need to make some plans. Both teams aiming for a victory here. Czech Republic missing out on a victory in the previous game in a failed run chase. Will look to contain the opponents within 159. They've posted the runs on the board, so that will be a relief for the bowlers. They've got some runs to play with, but we'll also have to look into how the batters react. BMC Victorians, the two openers still pretty composed and relaxed at the moment, not taking undue risks. Off the back foot, did not judge the line or the length as well. It was pretty full to go for that shot off the back foot. There are fielders stationed in the leg side as well for an aerial shot. Deep mid wicket, deep square leg, and a fielder at long on. That was short, past the bowler. Hit it straight enough, but will just get a single. An off spinner and a left arm orthodox spinner. So spin from both ends. Bowled it quick, nicely nudged away. Easy as you like for Raihan Kobir. Picks up the first boundary for BMC Victorians. The line was wrong in the first place. Started off at leg stump, turning further down leg. And all Kobir had to do was just get some bat on it. Short, pulled away, nobody in there. Another boundary. The skipper leading from the front. Couple of boundaries in this over. Driven nicely. Couple of boundaries, a few singles. Has been a productive over for BMC Victorians. After 2, they're 12 for no loss. Mehdi to continue. And he goes for it. Raihan Kabir struck a couple of boundaries in the previous over, and this time he goes for it, and that goes all the way. A big shot to kick off the third over here. Mehdi Hassan almost taken by surprise. He bowled those similar lengths which Raihan Kabir left in his previous over. Suddenly starting to find the middle of the bat. A couple of 4s and a 6. 16 of 8. Much better. The length was good from the bowler, not allowing the batter to swing his arms. Softly played for a single as well. So intelligent batting. 7 runs from the first 2 deliveries. Well into the run chase here, BMC Victorians. Smoothly driven once again. Jani Alam Johnny clearly playing the supporting role here for the captain. Raihan Kabir. We've seen him take some risks, but of course he chooses his deliveries, which has been the hallmark of his batting so far. Not taking risks of good deliveries, just picking up those singles. And just when the bowler least anticipates, he comes up with that big shot. Good comeback from the bowler after conceding those 6 runs. Well bowled. The bowler will be scratching his head as to how the ball missed the stumps. End of over number 3. It's 21 for no loss. Inzamam ul Haq. First signs of medium pace. Starts with a slower delivery into the block hole. Single taken by Mitu. Inzamam was part of the Bangladesh team that attended the World Cup. As part of the World Cup winning side, the LMS 2024. So of course will use all his experience, his guile. Very, very handy all-rounder. Did not have the best of days with the bat. Will try to make amends with the ball in hand. Has produced a couple of slower deliveries already. Searching for more variations from his bag of trickery. So far, both batters dealing in singles. The last 7 balls produced just 6 runs. That was wayward from the bowler and punished. Jani Alam Johnny was waiting for a loose delivery. Gets it and gets a boundary. That was pulled off his hips. The ball did not bounce a lot, but the pace of the ball was really a friendly one for the batter. Inzamam not the quickest, usually relies on variation of pace and bowling in good areas here. Again finds the block hole. This is the kind of delivery we all know him for. Even he knows that half cracker was something he could have avoided. So the end of the over, after 4, it's 28 for no loss. In comes Shofiq Zaman, another quick bowler. Raihan Kobir Mitu still playing without a cap or a helmet. Wants to have a better sight of the ball. Starts off with a no ball. Shofiq Zaman, not the ideal start for him or for Tech Republic. BMC Victorians, they haven't run away with the run rate, but they still have all their wickets in hand. Well played, made some room. Still finds the fielder in the deep. Nicely picked up, but there is a fielder there. Straight to his hands and straight out. Oh, this is very unlucky for the bowler. The trap almost worked in Tech Republic's favour. The fielder at deep mid wicket. A comparatively easy one to take. He had a lot of time to sight the ball. His hands were underneath. Technique okay. But it somehow slipped out. Bounced out of his palms. And the unfortunate bowler Shofiq Zaman will be frustrated. There goes an opportunity to break the opening stand. Jane Alam Johnny, the lucky survivor. Well bowled from Shofiq Zaman. A couple of dots already now putting BMC Victorians under a little bit of pressure here. A few dots and then suddenly the batters would start to doubt themselves. They might go for something extravagant. Nicely placed that. The intention was to get a single and that's what he gets. Keeps the strike there, the BMC Victorian skipper. After 5, it's 32 for no loss and time for a change in the com box. Alif Tasnim is coming back.
Thank you so much, Ahmed bin Parvis. After 5, it's 32 for none, BMC Victorians. They have had a very good start against Czech Republic and they need 128 runs from the last 75 deliveries. As Rehanuddin comes to bowl his first over, had a very good outing with the bat in hand. That was aerial but will land safely in the gap. But a fielder will cut this one off. The intention was to get a single and the batters got it quite easily. That's pulled in the air over the fielder. Oh my goodness, what an effort it was. Then again, he couldn't really succeed to keep the ball inside the rope all the way for a maximum. But he should be appreciated for that magnificent effort. He jumped in the air and was looking to slap the ball back. But the ball had enough power to beat the fielder and fly all the way for a 6. Change of pace, a disguised slower delivery. This is the third and the final game of the day of Boshundhara Sports City Last Man Stands Dhaka League, powered by Ace. Once again, Johnny goes big, he goes long, and he launches the missile over cow corner. Rehan will be under the cosh. That's the second 6 he conceded in this over. And this is turning out to be an expensive one. Anything short, Johnny is going to seize that opportunity. 13 runs already from this Rehan over, and this single will make it 14, so a fruitful one. From the perspective of BMC Victorians, after 6, it's 46 for none. Shofiq Zaman with his second over. Bowls well, but that was not within the reach of the batter, hence it's a wide. Not from down the leg, it was way outside the off. And Mushfiq Nitol had to extend his arms to call this one a wide. A good looking stroke, but straight to the fielder will just be a single from Johnny's bat. Ryan Kabir Mitu and Jane Alam Johnny, both of them are going great guns. 24 runs for both. Runs are equally distributed. And that's the second wide of this over. The bowler isn't really happy with that decision of the umpire. Shofiq Zaman is looking really frustrated. But this wide will add 3 runs and the 50 is on the board for BMC. Dabbed away towards deep third will just be a single. It's been a neck-to-neck fight for BMC and Czech Republic. Czech hasn't been able to get their first breakthrough. Someone has to get that first blood and break this opening partnership. That's the third wide of this over. Shofiq Zaman needs to be consistent on the channel. He's been losing his line in a very regular manner, which has to be stopped. In LMS, you leak runs by giving away wides more than one in over. That's clipped. Was in the air for a while, but safe. 10 runs from this Shofik Zaman over. After 7, it's 56 for none. So change in bowling, it's going to be Niloy Hasan Shohak for his first over. Edged, no slip in place. And that went like a rocket to the fence. Shohag had enough pace to intimidate the batter. And that pace has worked in favor of Johnny Alon Johnny. There was a sharp nick. If there was a fielder at first slip, Johnny had to go back to the pavilion. Clipped off the pads, but will be straight to the fielder at deep back but square leg. It's been a procession of wides from the Czech Republic bowler. This is the area where they need to work on. They've got enough runs on the board, but the bowlers need to defend it well. Ryan Kabir Mitu and Jana Alam Johnny, both of them are equally balanced. They know what they are doing. If someone is being a little defensive, the other one is taking the responsibility of hitting those big shots. That was an ill-directed delivery. Should have been put this one away, but Jana Alam Johnny misses out a golden opportunity. This should have been put away. It was sliding down the leg, a short deliveries, and there was not even a fielder if Johnny could play that shot perfectly. That's wide. Wide is persistent from the Czech Republic bowler in every over. There were 3 wides in the last one from Shofi, and Shohag also joins the party. That's a cracking stroke. Oh yes, that's gonna travel the distance. It's out of the ground for a 6. And this completes the 8th over. An expensive one for sure. 13 runs from it after 8 at 69 for none. Taif Mahmoud Pial with his second over. He's coming from round the wicket. Ryan Kabir Mitu, the skipper, plays it sensibly. He has been sensible from the word go. .70 on the board already in the 9th over. And they'll have to score 90 runs more from the last 59 deliveries. Johnny looks to go across and edges it. The credit finger goes up from Mushfiq Nitol. And the first blood eventually has been drawn by Taif Mahmoud Pial. The much needed breakthrough for Tech Republic. And it was a good catch from the keeper as well. A quicker delivery. The batter was looking for a big shot. The keeper had to take it in a real quick succession. And he snaffled a quick catch as well. So the first one goes down for BMC. It's 70 for 1. Mohammad Tuhin at number 3, and he couldn't really negotiate the first ball. He faced very well Taif Mahmoud Pial, who was appealing for a leg before as well, although no response from Mushfiq Nitol. Good fielding from the bowler. Saved a single. So this is the point from where Tech Republic can turn the match in their favor. They have to keep things as tight as possible. The fielders have to be agile. The bowlers can't really bowl in the wrong lines. But it's good running in the meantime from the batters. They have picked up a couple to end the 9th over. An auspicious over for Tech Republic. The much needed breakthrough has come. After 9, it's 72 for 1. Shofiq Zaman with his second spell. But good fielding from Shohag at long off. He dived towards his right and saved at least a single, if not a boundary then. Dragged away into the onside. They'll have to be satisfied with the single. BMC Victorians, they are feeling the heat after losing the first wicket. Rahan Kubir to the skipper still in the middle, which is a positive sign for them. Well, at the very last moment, they decided to take this double. And they have done it safely. The fielder also thought that they're picking up a single, not going for the double. Hence, a bit of nonchalant effort from him as well. But that really has allowed the batters to take that extra run, which shouldn't have been taken. A better offer from Shofiq Zaman. So 3 singles on the trot from this Shofiq Zaman over. Well, after 10, it's 79 for 1, and it's the time for a change in the com box. Ahmed bin Parvez will be joining in.
Almost in a similar situation, both teams, BMC Victorians in the run chase. Czech Republic were 75 after the first 10 overs. Managed to score over 80 in the next 10. The target for BMC Victorians in this game, 160. They're almost at par with the required run rate. The final 50 balls, the final 10 overs of this innings. As the light gradually fades off, they need 82 runs to win this match from the 10 overs. In fact, 82 runs needed from the 10 overs. Tuhin is the batter on strike. Some changes in the field. Struck straight and struck handsomely for a 6. The first ball of the 11th over dispatched for a 6, and Tuhin as well as BMC Victorians showing some intent right away. That was absolutely on the slot. The batter had nothing much to do. Just went, played through the line. Better from the bowler. Beats him on length. Almost squares the batter up. Tuhin. Has been an interesting over so far. A 6 followed by a dot. It's been a good contest by both sides. Very intense contest here. Evenly poised the match at the moment. Catch it is the call. The ball is almost running away, but the fielder manages to keep it within the boundary ropes. Two runs picked up by Tuhin. It's back on strike. 12 of 8. Shuffles across. Where is that going? The edge takes it towards the boundary ropes once again. Fortune favoring the batter. And the pace not working for Czech Republic. Inzamam Hawk was expensive in his previous over again. Bowling another expensive one. A 6 and a boundary already from this over. And 2 runs as well. Conceded 19 already in Inzamam. Better length from him. Just a single. Riskless batting from the batters. This is a very good run chase so far from BMC Victorians. The end of the over after 11, 91 for 1. Rehanuddin is the new bowler. With the bat, he was the last man standing. Now win with the ball in hand. 14 runs conceded of the first over, and he will concede more. Almost bisects both the fielders. The batters manage a couple. This is very good batting Excellent placement, followed by good running between the wickets from the BMC Victorians batters at the moment. They have momentum on their side. Hits it straight back at the bowler. Won't take a risk. Although there was no one behind the stumps at the non-striker's end. An important dot ball from Rehanuddin. Kept a tad bit low. The batter almost had to stretch to reach it. Couple of dots now. This has been a decent over. 3 balls bowled, just a couple of runs. But they're still well within range. The required run rate is around 8 per over. Soft hands. Mitu back on strike. Has been searching for the strike for quite some time now. Tuhin taking most of it in the last couple of overs at least. Well bowled. Very well bowled. That was the kind of length that the batters find hard to get rid of. End of over number 12. BMC Victorians 94 for 1. A change of bat for Mohammad Tuhin, the batter in strike at the moment. 20 of 14. Mehdi Hassan with his left arm off spin. Rotation of strike brings Mitu back on strike. It's off to 34 of 26. A pretty laboured innings. Had some glorious shots as well. He would like to retire on 50 at least. Well bowled. Reaches out for it. Mehdi Hassan doing well to control the stem of runs. Just conceded 12 runs from his 2.2 overs into his third. Bowled the first over and then the third one. That struck. Sounded good off the bat. The fielder's there. Brushes his hand and goes all the way. Sounded very sweet off the bat. But the fielder at long on was interested till the last minute. One eye on the boundary ropes, the other eye on the ball's trajectory, but ultimately missed out on the opportunity. Good stop by the bowler. The 100 comes up for BMC Victorians, 101 for 1. A length ball, driven nicely. There is a gap there. Long off was pretty wide. Put in a very good effort. A couple of runs with ease in the end. After 13, 103 for 1. Warming up. Shafiq Zaman, 3 overs, none for 20. Goes straight, goes high. The fielder will be interested and takes it. Mohammad Tuhin has to depart. 21 runs to his name. The change of bat hasn't worked for him. And BMC Victorians lose their second. Shafiq Zaman picking up a wicket straight away. .57 needed of 34 deliveries as Rajibur Rahman comes in. It's the new batter in. Will have to partner Raihan Kabir, who's on 42. So he's approaching his 50. The LMS rules say that a batter who scores 50 will have to retire. So he's very close to that. Rajibur Rahman, a left-handed batter, fondly known as Pappu. Will get a single. Mithu back on strike. 42 of 30 is Mohammad Raihan Kabir. Dealing in singles at the moment, both the batters. Not under a lot of pressure in terms of the required run rate. I've got a few wickets in hand as well. Nicely driven. We'll pick up one at least and we'll be satisfied with that. But this has been a pretty good over here from Shafiq Zaman. It's just the 3 runs coming off the first 4 deliveries. And he comes with the final ball of the over. Celebration is on. And the finger goes up as well. That was a feather touch and another magnificent catch by the wicketkeeper. Czech Republic making inroads right when it matters. The skipper has to walk back. Mithu is walking back. 30 needed of 54. After 14, it's 106 for 3. The new batter walks in. but he has to be at the non-striker's end as Rajibur Rahman Pappu is on strike. 2 from 2. In comes Pial with his third over. 2 overs, 1 for 13. Right arm off spin. Short. Pulled away. The fielder can only look away because he would have had no chance. Into the gardens out there. Lush greenery surrounding the ground here at the Puberga Kriya Shikha Pratishthan, ground number 1. And it was quite short and asking to be hit. Rajibur Rahman gets a 6 from the first ball. A pressure releasing shot from him, followed by a single. This is intelligent batting. Rajin to face his first ball. Pyle coming in around the wicket to the right-hander. Almost nudges it to the keeper's gloves. You cannot afford to lose another wicket here if you're a BMC Victorians. Some good glove work from the keeper behind the stumps. Any opportunity, he'll grab onto it. Well bowled once again, using the angle from around the wicket here, Pyle. He knows what he's doing. Enticing the batter. If he wants to go big, go across the line or play through the covers where I have protection. So this is very good bowling from Pyle. Nicely cut away. There was timing on it, but there's a fielder as well. Well placed field setup here for Pyle. Just a single. So a 6 came in this over. But the follow-up was good from Taif Mahmood. After 15, it's 114 for 3. And time for a change in the com box. Alif Tasnim will take you to the end of the game.
Thanks a bunch, Ahmed bin Parviz. We're at the business end of this game. As Inzamam Haq comes back into the attack. Hasn't had a very good game. Was expensive with a ball in hand as well. 20 from his first couple of overs. He will love to make a strong comeback and use all his experience. Well bowled. That's what he will be eyeing to do. Was looking for that block hole zone. Inzamam. It's 45 to get from 23 deliveries. It's equally poised. Once again, well bowled, pitched up. Incoming. The batter was looking to play a cross-batted shot. However, he failed on that occasion. Rajibur Rahman is trying his level best to get one from the middle of the blade. He connects this time around and goes straight down the ground. Backpass the bowler for a 6. This is exactly what he was trying to do. And he's done that with the perfection this time around. 39 runs to get from the last 4.1 overs. He clips it off the pads. Will be eyeing for the second run as well. Two fielders are converging. Bit of yes and no. In the end, decides not to go for the second run. As the 16th over gets completed, it's 122 for 3. BMC Victorians, they need 38 runs from the last 20. Rehanuddin is coming back for his second spell. 17 runs from his first 2 overs, so he wasn't that expensive, to be frank, but doesn't start off well. It's a wayward delivery, and that will minimize the difference between the ball and the run. It's a neck-to-neck fight between BMC Victorians and Tech Republic. It's anybody's game. Anyone can win it from this stage. Rehan was looking to go wide, but he needs to make sure that he has to stay within the line. He succeeded on this occasion, but I'm not quite sure how long will that plan sustain. Will he eye for a slower delivery? No, he doesn't! He hits the bullseye and uproots the middle stump. Look at that celebration. He is elated. As the fourth wicket falls down, BMC Victorians lose their fourth. It's 1, 2, 3 for 4. Rakib Hossain comes out to bat. Starts off with an outside edge. Gets off the mark straight away. "36 runs to get. 17 balls remaining." That's wide. Outside the off stump. That's the second one of this over, which means 3 runs goes in favor of BMC Victorians. That's aerial. That's long. That's high. And that's gone miles. Into the pond, right adjacent to the ground. 6 runs for Rajin Nuruddin, who ends the over in a high note. After 17, it's 133 for 4. BMC Victorians, they need 27 runs more from the last 15. Mehdi Hassan with his 4th and final over of the quota. Well bowled, going away from the batter. Rakib Hossain needs to take a single and give the strike back to Rajin Nuruddin. Almost a replay of the first delivery. Bit of turn as well from Mehdi Hassan. 2 precious dots for Tech. 13 balls remaining. 27 runs, that's it. But not in the gap. Straight to the fielder. The good thing is Raji Nuruddin is back on strike. Can he hit a big blow? Can he get some quick runs? Well bowled, very well bowled. Deceived the batter with the pace. Raji Nuruddin eats up a dot ball. This is turning out to be an excellent over from Mehdi Hassan. Only a single conceded from the first four. This single makes it double, but this is an awesome over from Mehdi Hassan. After 18, it's 135 for 4 BMC Victorians. And this is how the bowling card looks like. "25 runs to get from the last 10. There is a little team conference. Who will bowl the penultimate over? In the 19th over. This may decide the winner of this game. Who can win, BMC or Tech Republic? The pendulum right now in favor of Tech. It's tough to score 25 from the last 10, but it's possible. It's very much gettable for BMC. Raji Nuruddin on strike. Inzamam Haq, the experienced campaigner, bowls fuller. And a good throw from the fielder as well. Really quick to keep it within a single. The experienced campaigner Inzamam Haq has been assigned to bowl the most important over of a 20-over game. He has to use all his experience, but he doesn't do so on this occasion. Strays down the leg, and he has to re-bowl that. Razi Nuruddin is having a little chat with Rakib, instructing him perhaps what to do. That's well struck, but straight to the fielder will just be a single. So 3 runs from the first 2. Singles won't be hurting Tech Republic, but BMC have to find those boundaries. 22 to get from the last 8. Once again straight to the fielder. This is excellent bowling from Inzamam Haq, not allowing the batters to free their arms, bowling it as full as possible. This guy has a wealth of experience and he is really using it. Went expensive for the first couple of overs, considered 20 runs, but this time he's made a comeback and this was a Yorker. Rakib Hussain was looking for a wild swing, but he missed it completely. Only 3 runs from the first 4. No boundaries yet. The game is slipping out of the hands of BMC Victorians. They badly need a boundary or an over boundary. Low full toss. Rakib Hussain doesn't even run for a single. Perhaps that is done to keep Raji Nuruddin on strike. But this ends the 19th over. Only 3 runs from it. What a bowling performance from Inzamam Haq. After 19, it's 139 for 4 BMC and they need 21 runs from the last over. What a comeback from the Czech Republic bowlers. Only 5 runs conceded in the last 2 overs from the 18th and the 19th over. This is exquisite. The bowlers have delivered their best. It's a tough ask for the batters of BMC Victorians. They will have to climb a mountain if they want to score 21 from 5. It's very much possible, but it's going to be difficult. As Rehanuddin comes to bowl the final over, he has to bowl within the right zones. And here we go for the final over of the day. Slower, picked up, straight down the ground. Razin Nuruddin starts off with a boundary. Some rays of hope for the BMC Victorian fans. 17 runs to get from the last 4 overs, and don't forget there is a rule of home run in LMS. Bowling! Inside edge, onto the stumps. Rehanuddin has his revenge and removes the danger man, Razin Nuruddin, from the equation. Is this the match for them? We'll have to find out the answer, but the 5th wicket goes down for BMC Victorians. The pressure keeps mounting for them. It's 143 for 5. Shahjad comes to bat, swings it but edges it. Will just be a single. 16 runs to get. It's still possible to tie the match. How? As I mentioned, there is home run if the last delivery of the innings goes for a 6. 12 runs will be given to the batting side. So 12 can be fetched from the last delivery, and if a 6 comes with that, it's still possible to score 18 runs. But both of the deliveries have to go for 6. Tries to go for 6. Finds a boundary instead, perhaps. No, it doesn't run all the way. He has to come back for the 2nd. And that's it, perhaps. Even the last delivery goes for a 6. Czech Republic will win this match by 1 run. What a fight, what a game. It's a cliffhanger. And here we are for the final delivery of the day. Rehanuddin bowls a beautiful Yorker, eyes that block hole, and it's a victory for Czech Republic as they win the game by 13 runs. Wow, what a contest, a cracker of a contest between these two sides. And eventually the last mile, the last laugh is for Czech Republic. Congratulations to them, and commiserations to BMC Victorians. They fought really hard, they had a very good start, but eventually couldn't really make the most of it. So thank you so much, ladies and gents, for joining us and watching. We will be right back the next week. Till then, stay safe. Goodbye for today.